So, Vicky Sumant ji, you were sharing that the soul is very important for those who are practicing Raj Yoga, and to be able to understand first, to recognize that we are the soul. And there are 7 qualities that you spoke about, that we could recognize that this is what the soul is made up of. Can you share some of those, please?
Yeah. Actually, the qualities are inherent in the soul. And especially, we feel we are very peaceful actually. And when we are angry, we become angry. And we become normal in our existence. That means what I mean to say is we are a peaceful soul. And we are the instruments who can deliver the love, real love. Not the physical love, but the love which is unlimited. And we are the loveful beings. And our soul itself is a creature of love. That means we can say that it is a form of love that we need to recognize. The inherent quality is love, and we are always happy. We are always happy that we have almost lost in our life. If we recognize this quality of the soul, that we are the happiest in this world because we are a soul and our quality is itself happiness, definitely our life would change. And the soul itself has a lot of knowledge. But now everything has been dusted. We have a lot of dust that has been poured on the soul in the form of vices, in the form of very other drawbacks. And this dust has to be wiped out, and you will see how knowledgeful is the soul. It's a form of knowledge. The quality itself is very knowledgeable, and it is very powerful. We need to unleash the unlimited potential of the soul, and really you will look it to be very wonderful. Once you experience as a soul, definitely you will be able to do it. That means you will be able to recognize the unlimited power that is existing inside the soul once you experience it. And the purity is the real form of the soul. Impurity comes from the dust, from the vices, from the evils, and from the environment. But purity is the real existence of the soul, and that's the real beauty of the soul, and that makes all the qualities of the soul to come through. So the meditation helps ourselves to cleanse our mind. And once the cleansing process happens, our justification process, that means the intellectual works very properly, and our sanskaras will be filled with the purity itself, thereby making our thought process to be very powerful and very blissful as well. And bliss is also one of the quality. As the God always goes on living, he always gives everything, and we should always lead in the same way, and the ultimate is the bliss. After receiving all the qualities, the last quality that we receive is the bliss, and it is the ultimate, and we need to lead a very blissful life, and that is the ultimate goal of spirituality. And that quality has to be observed in our own self, and soul is the really form of truth, and that real truth has to be observed in our own self, and there comes the mercy. That means if you feel like we are soul and the whole world is our family, we will really approach in a very true manner to this world, and will be very merciful as such.
That's really wonderful, because you mentioned these wonderful things like happiness, love, peace. There is a power, purity, bliss, truth, mercy you spoke about, and all these wonderful virtues, that you can develop as a human being if you become more soul conscious. Is there a reason why somebody should go out there and explore about this? Because, Raj Yoga seems to have so many positive benefits, so many transformations have taken place in people's lives, especially those who've started practicing this particular form of meditation. Can you just perhaps, share to finish off with why people should perhaps think of exploring this particular subject?
You spoke about human being and quality of that. Human being, the word comes from humus and the being. And the path starts from here by recognize the real being along with the humus. Humus is the body and the being is the soul. And when you recognize yourself as a soul, you will start your journey of doing Raj Yoga meditation. Why actually the Brahma Kumaris, not other organizations? The very format of Brahma Kumaris spiritual empowerment has its own specialities, because we will receive continuous reinforcement through the regular classes of meditation and through a lot of spiritual
Incorporating a lot of the teachings and bring it into practical life.
That means we will receive a lot of prerna. That means
life force?
No, prerna means
knowledge?
Sorry. It is actually inspirations. You will receive a lot of inspirations for you to change your life. In the path of devotion, people go to a temple, but they just ask for the mercy and come out, do all the deeds what they have to do. But here, it is the area of transformation. Where our people, there are lakhs and lakhs of people in Brahma Kumaris who have really transformed their lives and who have changed their lives. It's not just taking the spirituality as in the form of knowledge, but taking the spirituality as a practice that makes the difference in Brahma Kumaris. And really, the life has changed for myself and a lot for many people, many lakhs of people.
How many years have you been practicing the Brahma Kumari teachings for?
I have been associated with Brahma Kumaris from last 34 years.
Wow, 34 years. And would you ever consider doing anything else?
I did my MBA. I used to serve a gamma radiation facility before joining the headquarters, before giving my services to the headquarters. I have already looked to the world. I had experienced the world. And we have come to this world to contribute something to this world. And real contribution is the spirituality and making the soul nearer to the God. And it is the real service that brings real satisfaction.
We find what you just mentioned, by having perhaps more balanced individuals in this world, society members. And how important do you think it is for more people within the society, within the nations, within the international community to bring in these values into their lives so we can create a more peaceful world?
Yeah. I just had been here from last 11 years, but I have been associated with Brahma Kumaris from last 34 years, I said. It's not that everybody has to become surrendered or everybody has to leave the world or anything like that. But living in this world, we have to lead a life like a lotus, living in a pond and almost away from the pond. You will even it starts from the pond. The history starts from the pond, but it always stays light. It always stays bright, focusing towards the sun. And here the sun is the Supreme Soul, who is to be called as God. And we have to lead the life as normal people lead the life, but along with them we need to lead. But our focus should be, our basics should be with the spirituality, where the real happiness starts with.
So if we're happy as society, we can be a healthier society, we can be a more cooperative and harmonious society, and it has many, many benefits for even the governments, for the nations. It helps in terms of productivity, it helps in terms of better relationships, and of course there's a list of benefits I can see here, not just as an individual, but as groups and as communities.
Yeah. Self-transformation works for the world transformation. We actually feel like many things. This is not good. This is not good. What we speak about. We always speak about the shortcomings of others. We feel like others are at fault or something is at fault. But if we really transform ourselves, if we really change ourselves, if we really become the fulcrum of change, then that change could be brought to the whole world. A change which has been a seed can reap number of seeds.
Absolutely. One little seed could become a huge, majestic tree, providing shade and fruits and, many, many benefits to others. Absolutely. Well, I just wanted to say, our dear Sumant ji, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for sharing this wonderful knowledge and, all this wonderful, inspiring information. And I wish Brahma Kumaris the best of luck. And also those who are listening out there, I would like to perhaps, suggest that go out there and find out for yourself. Go and see if you can read a little bit about Raj Yoga and see if you can perhaps attend one of the free lessons or introductions to what Raj Yoga teaches, and see if you can join this wonderful, happy community. So with that, I just wanted to say, any last messages, Sumanji?
Hope for your wonderful time at Brahma Kumari's headquarters. And it's not just the time, but a period for enlightenment. And that real enlightenment, you will observe when you have come, you are different. And when you will be going, you will be a different person.
That's amazing. Absolutely. So, Sumanji's been absolutely wonderful at showing me this place, giving me this wonderful tour, and I've been able to gain a huge and a very deep insight into Pandav Bhavan and, of course, its history, seeing, of course, our Brahma Baba's wonderful heart, feeling the vibrations, and just seeing why this place is so special on a personal level, not just by reading a book and seeing pictures or seeing a video about this, but actually experiencing it. And I would definitely recommend those people who are out there listening, if you visit Mount Abu, this should be definitely one of the top things on your list that you should come and visit. So with that, I just wanted to say you've tuned into Honey Kalaria's Midday Masti Show on 92 FM. Stay tuned in because we have some more BK interviews lined up for you where you'll get a special insight into other areas.